What's interesting, Austin, is we did not get the memo for our own show.
What, to wear black?
We're wearing black.
ETSU's funeral was yesterday. They just never came home after the funeral.
Yeah, my
They didn't get much sleep last night.
My old line is the Vols just scored again. 72-17, the final score. Save some of those for Georgia. Mark Packer along with Johnny Cash Jr. Johnny Cash, okay, Jason Swain, Chris Brown, Austin Price over here. Chris, we'll start with you. 72 points. Good gravy.
Whew. That's a lot of points. And I think it was good to see our guys come out and play. It was nice to see them really show up and just do what they were supposed to do. I think sometimes when you play this type of game and you're playing against an opponent that you know you're going to beat, you kind of play down to their level. And I think we saw our guys truly come out and play up. And that's something that I think is very important.
I mean, it was a mark of a mature football team. We've seen it 2 weeks in a row. Last week against Syracuse, answering when Syracuse went to go score. This week was a different test. This test was, can you come out and handle ETSU the way you're supposed to? And they did. I mean, the Syracuse game had a couple fourth down conversions that the defense gave up, third down conversions. Tim Banks certainly wanted to fix that. ETSU did not convert a third down or a fourth down all day. And so, I mean, offense was great, defense was great. I don't know what you correct from that game.
Well, the best news out of yesterday is you got in, you got out, you stayed healthy.
Yeah.
You have no major injuries coming out of the game, and I think that was big for this team, especially with how banged up they've been. They were able to hold Tyree Weathersby, try to get him a week further healthy down the line.
734 yards.
Yeah, we'll see if Jackson Moy's able to come back coming up this week against Georgia. But you're right. I mean, most points in the modern era, 72 points. I mean, they did all this. Now, granted, the one thing I liked that what he did yesterday, Merklinger came in, they still ran the offense. George in the fourth quarter was still running the offense. It wasn't, how many times have you seen him get in the fourth quarter, you're just handing off. And at that point, everybody's just like, get me to the triple zeros.
Yeah.
But like it was
a lot of people that said that anyway, but still.
But yes, but you're able to still watch, like, okay, people were still tuned in to watch George throw it. Let's see how George performs, right?
I think it's greatly important to do exactly what you're saying, Austin, is when you have your backups in, just in case something happens, you have to still be able to run the offense. You have to still be able to call plays that you would call with the starters in. And I think a lot of times it's good to put the backup in with the starters, right? You want to see him throw the ball to the starters. You want to see him kind of get, especially in a game like this, just get some game time action and do it. I think the defense played really well, man. I mean, to be able to come out, we saw Boo Carter play well. We saw him do a lot of things in the special teams. He's waiting, and he's very close to doing something. So look forward to doing that. Looking forward to seeing a lot of people play. And obviously, we have a big game this weekend, Jason.
Vols make a big jump in the poll, up to 15. Okay, great. You learn anything from a game like that? And we're going to turn our attention to Georgia. I get that. But do you learn anything from that, or is it just a matter of just getting some play in there? And by the way, pull out your magnifying glass to read this.
Here's my issue with the poll, Jason. Tennessee was one spot behind Alabama after last week. I didn't think they needed to be. I thought they should have been ahead of them.
Yep.
But they were, right?
Yep.
You won 72-17. Alabama won 73-0 against two lifeless opponents, right?
Yeah.
They went up 2 spots. You went up 7. Now explain that.
Like,
they should have been ahead of them to begin with. But nothing about yesterday said
they should go ahead.
Throw them up 4 spots ahead of them all of a sudden.
Well, it makes the Tennessee-Georgia matchup
a little better looking, yeah.
Better.
College game day.
College game day is going to be in town. So, I mean, it looks better that Tennessee is ranked where they are instead of being in the 20s. That's my theory.
That's just it.
Okay, so in all seriousness, let's turn our attention now going forward. Do we feel good about – I'll say this. We're not going to keep talking about Nico. But Aguilar coming to Tennessee – sorry. Aguilar coming to Tennessee, I think this is as masterful a coaching job by Heupel and this staff in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Now, you don't learn much from an ETSU game, but you know what I'm saying.
It's 2 games, but he's not put the ball in harm's way. He put 1 pass yesterday in harm's way.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
When Nico left, it was like, oh, my gosh.
There was a second throw in yesterday's game. It was meant to go to Miles Kitzelman, and when he took the ball away to throw it, the safety came down and jumped it. And he recognized it. And if you go back and watch it, in fact, I called him today. I said, I want to know on this particular play what you saw and what happened. Because the throw didn't match where he was going with the ball. And he's like, well, I saw him coming, so I knew I was going to throw a pick, so I just lofted it over everybody's head out of bounds. It was like the Varsity Blues where he throws a bullet and knocks the guy off the horse. It was like the opposite of that. It was like tossing one like with your kid, right? But it was a smart play. And again, that goes back to 24 years old. That goes back to, making the right reads, making the right decisions.
I watched him go through his progressions, and the knock was there's only 2 reads. There's a high school offense. I saw him go from 1, 2, 3 to the back, and this is a quarterback that just got here in May, and he's going through his progressions like he's been here, a couple of off seasons. I mean, he knows where everyone is. He's calm. He's cool. He's collected in the pocket. He didn't run at all, which he didn't really have to at all. He's not taking sacks, which ETSU didn't provide much pressure anyways. But it's what Mark said. Josh Heupel.
He'll get pressure this week.
He will get pressure. And the DBs will be faster and bigger and more physical.
You can't throw it out there and have Mike Matthews just outlet.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know about that throw against Georgia. But, hey, Mike Matthews,
I would rather you
go
throw
get
that.
it too.
I would rather you throw that ball and let's see what happened in that game. Now you have a little bit more confidence in your receivers, right?
Hey.
So you have to see what happens. Mike Matthews is a 5-star as well.
On a 3rd down long, I'm okay with that throw.
It's a punt
Georgia.
anyway.
Yes.
So, Chris, here's the deal. Swain talks about progressions 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's great, okay?
Yep.
You're playing ETSU. I get it. When you're playing Georgia, you probably only get to 2. And at that point in time, we heard about turnovers from Aguilar coming in. We haven't seen it yet, but he hadn't been tested yet.
He hadn't been tested yet, but I also think at the end of the day, all you can do is go by what you know.
Right.
I think Coach Heupel is going to be able to strategically plan things to where he's getting the ball out of his hands. I think we've run the ball very well. I think you might see some screens very early to try to get them to go back. And also, I just think we have to see what Joey can do. Joey's been very patient. We know Georgia's going to come in and try to light him up, try to get the ball out of his hands, try to make him make mistakes.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen with that, Austin? How does he handle that?
It's a great question. The maturity of this point, back to Swain's point earlier, the maturity of this football team has shown through 2 games. You're winning games the way you're supposed to win them against inferior opponents, right? You look at around college football. Clemson was down 16-3 at the half to Troy. Now, they came back and won 27-16, but that was a very lifeless performance.
Yep.
South Carolina was another kind of performance. This is 2 in a row because that Virginia Tech performance wasn't very good either.
Yep.
Florida obviously lost to South Florida.
Way to go, Alex Golish.
Again,
let's go.
You're performing the way you're supposed to perform. You're taking care of business, which is a good sign. There's nothing about this team through 2 weeks. Again, whether they've been tested or not, that makes you go, man, I don't know. I'm worried about them. Like the only thing you worry about is the injury bug, which has bit them a little.
So I've got to take a break here, but when we come back, we talk about these closer games. Is this parity because of the portal in NIL? Is it different than it used to be that a Troy has more? Here, ETSU, 19 players that are, let's just talk about that when we come back on the Food City Locker Room, and it's presented by Garza Law.
A beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Look to the skies, Knoxville. Super Savings is here. Right now, get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select models, plus 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance during our Super Summer Sales event.
And don't forget about back-to-school service savings on mobile, pickup, and delivery.
Come see the Super Dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent here in West Knoxville. I love to serve all of East Tennessee for all of your home, car, life, and business insurance. If you need anything insurance related, give us a call at 675-0888.
I'm Tennessee basketball player JP Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
Brought to you by Food City. It's the Ask Coach Heupel Show.
Hello, and welcome to Ask Coach Heupel. I'm your host, Josh Heupel. Glenn asks, Coach, how does one join the Vol Navy? It's a great question. Well, Glenn, you don't necessarily need a boat. You need a friend with a boat. Always arrive with beef, fresh cut by a Food City butcher, and you'll be welcomed aboard. This has been Ask Coach Heupel. With me, Coach Heupel.
Speaking of Food City, your tailgating headquarters, official tailgating headquarters of the Vols. I had to laugh. The show airs in multiple locations in Nashville, Memphis, and Tri-Cities. And the Tri-Cities WCYB, they called last week and said, hey, is that a Heupel thing a part of your show? Because it's like a show. I'm like, no, those are just commercials for Food City. Okay, so you get all upset with me every time I mention, the portal and NIL. You're like, Packer, you just can't get off that, can you? I heard on game day they said that the first weekend of college football was the highest viewership that they've ever had of college football. And to me, I think the parity of college football, that a Troy can go to Clemson and be up 16-0, that a South Florida can beat Florida, all of these things, Florida State can turn it around that quickly, I think are intriguing to the viewers.
Yeah, I do think that it makes pulling the trigger on a coach a lot easier because you can flip it so quick. How does Florida State go from undefeated, Jordan Travis injury, left out of the playoff, to 2-10, now to looking like they're
beating
unbelievable the last couple of weeks? It's just it's quarterback play, it's buy-in, it's the transfer portal, all that stuff plays into it. Again, look, where would Tennessee be without the guy that we're going to bring on here in a few minutes? Like Tennessee, if a year from now, if what happened this offseason happened a year from now, Colton Hood would not be here because there's not going to be a spring portal window. That was voted on last week. It's going to be January. So, there would be no opportunity for him to come and be what I call the steal of the spring portal window.
Obviously, I think that the portal is very important. I think being able to find the right people and being able to find the right kids and to come in and play immediately is important. And I think that goes to talk about our coaching staff and our scouts and everybody who we're doing. This dude's balling, right? Like we're missing our All-American dude, and we have someone that comes in and that steps in and plays, and he goes in and does exactly what he's expected to do. He didn't come here to sit on the bench. I think the portal's making everything so much more competitive because when you go somewhere and they pay you whatever they pay you and you have to play, you want to show out and play because ultimately it's a one-year thing, guys. So 1 year you can come here and you can go somewhere else and do your thing. So they want to be able to show, they want to be able to make sure that wherever they go, whatever they do, they're maximizing their potential.
Yeah, what's so fascinating about it is because Tennessee, when you look at the transfers this year, in the first game, they all produced. They were awesome. And to have that short amount of time to find out if it's a fit from a personality standpoint, Tennessee's been able to nail it. Colton Hood has been a great fit from a personality standpoint. Sometimes you get guys that go to different schools and it doesn't last a week and they're looking for a new school. So Tennessee's done a really good job in a short amount of time of pairing the personalities.
Everybody and fans are like this, right? The fans, what do they look for? The 4-star, the 5-star.
Yep.
In the portal, they're looking for the flashy object. But the portal has been really good to Tennessee, and Tennessee's not had to go get the flashy object.
Yep.
Like Wendell Moy. Who knew about Wendell Moy before this year?
Love it.
He has been a road grader and a mauler at guard.
Yeah.
Who knew about? Obviously people like to talk about Joey Aguilar, but Star Thomas.
Yep.
He and Bishop are seeing the whole better than anybody else in that running back room right now, playing fantastic. Tennessee's done a really good job of evaluating players to bring in and having success that aren't necessarily the flashy object, the household name.
So about a minute before we bring him on, you look at Georgia, you talk about parity. I've got a different opinion now about how I feel about the Georgia game this week because Georgia got pushed this weekend and they only scored 28 points. Am I supposed to take value in that, or is that just a mirage?
You better just let it go because what Tennessee did in the first two games and what Georgia did in the first two games, it doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant.
It does not matter.
Kirby will have this. He's going to have those kids motivated.
The game plan will be completely different.
To quote the great Tony Jones, he's going to have them motivated, stimulated, and invigorated heading into this
They'll be ready to go.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring Colton Hood in. You heard all these great things everybody said about you and about how important you are. Is any of this true?
Shoot, I would like to think so.
Yeah. No, you've had a big impact so far. How much fun are you having here?
Man, this is probably the most fun I've had playing in a long time. So I've been having a lot of fun. I love Knoxville, love the area, love my teammates. So.
Colton, my older brother actually last year in Colorado, y'all's first game, was a referee for that game. I know you didn't know that, but we talked before this. Your celebration that you do, bro, like putting your hood over your head, I love it. I told like my daughter is like, man, like look at this dude. He's doing that. Like, what is it? Like, what's it called? Your last name's Hood. Like what are we doing?
I mean, I don't really have a name for the celebration, but yeah, like you said, my last name's Hood, and you know I'm covering people. Hood's cover, so I'm putting my hood on and I do the thumbs down, cause like
drop the hood, DTH baby.
Yeah.
When you look at this secondary, obviously Ricky goes down. Weren't planning on that to have happen, right? McCoy's still not back yet. It's kind of been like, you know, piecing it together, you know, with Boo's off-season stuff and all that. Do you feel like, you know, a couple of games in, you're a little further established, not you, but the entire group of kind of knowing what you guys are? Are you still trying to figure it out?
Yeah, I think we know who we are as a group. Like, it's really just the next man up mentality. Like Ty Redmond, he didn't know he was gonna have to come in and play that many snaps his first game. He came in and did his thing. Like, it's really just the next man up mentality. And you know, we was all just locked in, and we all like root for each other regardless of the circumstances. So I feel like that's what it was.
All right, sounds good. Hey, speaking of next man up for you is Jason Swain. He's going to head over Food City Player Perspective when we come back on the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.
Brought to you by Food City. It's the Ask Coach Heupel Show.
Hello, and welcome to Ask Coach Heupel. I'm your host, Josh Heupel. Brent writes, Coach, know any good dad jokes? Hey Brent, thanks for asking. Why is grilling so great in Knoxville? Because the Vols always bring the heat. This has been Ask Coach Heupel, brought to you by Food City, the official tailgating headquarters of the Vols.
Hey guys, we got a special guest coach today. Catholic alum, Tennessee great, Cooper Mate.
Thanks, Coach. Let's see what your boys got.
That's it. Drop.
Hey, bring it up. Nice work today, man. Y'all hungry? Yeah. We got some Auburn's. Let's eat. Auburn's. Real comfort, real food, real good.
More fingers, Mr. Mays?
Yes, please.
This water makes my hair so dry and brittle.
Aqua Clear can fix that.
Jeez, I hate the way my water smells.
Aqua Clear can fix that.
No matter how much lotion I use, my skin is always so dry.
Aqua Clear can fix that.
Do y'all remember how much fun we had finishing on the field inside Neyland Stadium for the Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon? I've got some friends with some really good news for you.
Join us inside Neyland Stadium on October the 18th for the Finish on the Field 5K, presented by the Garza Law Firm.
What a great way to start the third Saturday in October.
It's the Finish on the Field 5K, presented by the Garza Law Firm. Visit finishonthefieldvk.com for more details.
This is a race where everybody wins.
So many players from the state of Georgia will play in this game, obviously for Georgia, but also for Tennessee. The Peach State's very important to recruiting for the Vols, and one of those Georgia Vols that will be needing to lead the way is the guy you're with right now, Jason Swain.
That's right. From Georgia, Tennessee plays Georgia this weekend. How important is this game to you?
It's really important. I mean, it's the next game. You know, like all the games, we really treat them the same. We don't want to make any game. We're playing a great opponent, you know, but we don't want to make any game too big, any game too small. Treat them all the same. It's that next opportunity. So I feel like it's a really big game. So.
How do you feel like your time in Auburn? You came from Auburn to Colorado, and then Colorado here. How did you feel like those two stops helped you for your time here in Tennessee?
I think God has a plan for everything. So I feel like that was just God's plan for me. I learned a lot at both spots. You know, learned a lot at Auburn, learned a lot at Colorado, and then I think it just prepared me for this moment that I'm in right now, and it just prepared me to take advantage of it. So.
Well, let's just tell the viewers. You guarded Travis Hunter every day in practice.
Yeah.
The dude wins the Heisman Trophy. He's the second overall pick. He is one of the most intriguing athletes in the last 10, 15 years in college football. You guarded him. That's why you prepare here in Tennessee. That's the real answer, right? How was that experience for you?
It was great. I mean, we had a lot of NFL guys. You know, we had him, Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn plays for the Panthers, LaJohntay Wester plays for the Ravens right now. Will Shepard, he was on the Packers. So, I mean, we had a lot of NFL guys I was just going against every day, repping every day. And, you know, that just made me a way better corner, just seeing those type of caliber guys every day. And I feel like it definitely prepared me for this moment now. So,
when you were looking at Tennessee as an opportunity, as an option for you, what stood out and what made you pull the trigger?
I would say what stood out the most was just like the family oriented, I think, environment of the coaches, and like they definitely made me feel at home. Like when I came, and they kept it real with me, showed me the good, showed me the bad, things I need to work on coming in. So I think that was what really intrigued me.
First time you saw this offense, maybe in the scrimmage, maybe in practice, was it something you had to adjust to, or did it really matter?
It wasn't like, I guess it was more the tempo. Like when it was doing tempo in practice, I was like, man, I was tired. Like the first time I did it, I was like, goodness gracious. But you know, it was definitely something I had to get used to. But yeah, I think that was the main thing.
You like man coverage?
Yeah.
You like zone coverage? Which
man
one?
Man coverage, all day.
Syracuse, the referees allowed you guys to get a little physical. Are you paying close attention to how the referees are allowing you guys to play on the outside in the first quarter, first possession?
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, you have to change the way you play sometimes depending on how the ref is calling the game. But I think I play physical regardless. And I feel like I don't think any of those plays that I have made could have been called penalties. You know, because I mean, we both hand fighting. I'm looking for the ball. If I'm going for the ball, then you can't really call it a penalty if they're pushing up on me as well. So I feel like regardless of who the refs are, I'm gonna play physical until it's like, okay, they playing it like this, they calling it like this. Okay, I gotta change the way I'm playing. So
usually, when you're from a state and you're playing against that state, you're going to have a lot of family members asking for tickets.
Yeah.
Is that the case so far for you this week?
Yeah, I got to figure something out. I got to get some tickets. But I definitely have a lot of family members coming. And, you know, my family is really supportive. And, you know, I love them for that. So I'm going to try to put on a show for them this weekend.
A little different from family watching you at Colorado now.
Yeah.
Being able to come up to Knoxville and check you out in person.
Yeah, it was a little different.
Your impression of Joey Aguilar, I know you spend a lot of time on defense. But you go against the guy every day in practice. Your impression of him, both of you guys got here late.
Yeah, great leader. I mean, when he first came in, we was together a lot, so we chopped it up. He's a great leader. I knew he was a gamer just from seeing him in practice. I told everybody, I was like, Joey a gamer, bro. Like, he gonna come in, he gonna show some people up, and that's what he did. We got a big test this week, but I feel like he gonna do his thing regardless. I feel like he's one of those guys that, when the lights shine the brightest, he make plays. So I feel that's what I'm praying and hoping for him. So.
Oh, you just made a play. Let's show me. You got a hood. I got a hood. How you do it?
Got to take it like this.
Got to take it like this.
Throw it on.
Put it on.
And then throw the thumbs down.
All right, Colton Hood.
Yeah, I love the thumbs down. I love all that. I think, obviously, Mark, when you go against somebody like Travis Hunter every single day, and then you come here, you're able to translate 100%. That to this practice, going to get to Heisman Trophy winner.
You'll learn. Well, he's going to have to play well this week. Hey, thanks for coming in. We'll have the keys to victory brought to you by Garza Law when we come back.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old-school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hello, I'm Dr. Joel Ash, a Knoxville native and the owner of Ash Chiropractic and Wellness. We would like to help you on every step along your health journey, whether that's chiropractic care, soft tissue work, or diet and exercise help. I'm located in the Renaissance Plaza. You can give me a call at 865-671-1000.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall with Exterior Home Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dustin Woodson, also with Exterior Home Solutions.
We are now easier than ever to find, right off of I-75 and Merchants Road.
It's a new location, but the same trusted expertise in roofing and siding that you've come to trust over the past 25 years.
Local quality craftsmanship, licensed and insured.
For the best and most trusted name in roofing and siding, scan the QR code on your screen.
Exterior Home Solutions, when it has to be the best.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank. Life made better.
Make sure you keep this in mind. We'll continue to tell you about the Finish on the Field 5K, brought to you by Garza Law, starting and finishing Saturday, October the 18th. Get finished inside Neyland Stadium. That'll be a busy day for a whole lot of people. Welcome back into the show. Time now for the Garza Law Keys to Victory. And the keys to the game this week, good grief, what does Tennessee have to do to get the win? Georgia at Tennessee. Jason, you're up first.
Well, I think 3+ sacks will be great. Last year, I think defensive line has opportunities. This year, getting to the quarterback, getting him down, not allowing him to get the ball to those receivers they got in the portal will be very, very beneficial for Tennessee. Get off the field on third downs. Give your offense opportunity. Don't extend drives. Don't allow them to do that. And then win the turnover margin. Last year, you look at the numbers, Tennessee rushed the football for more yards, but lost the turnover margin. Need to win it this year.
Yeah, I think my keys are, you got to stop the run. I mean, stopping the run is huge. And I think our defensive line, obviously we had some injuries up there, but we still have to be able to do that. Win the turnover margin. The game's here. So the crowd will be in our favor. We need to be able to create turnovers, make some plays with the guy who we just had in studio and see what happens. And lastly for me is Joey Aguilar and the receivers. We've seen them make plays early on in these games, but how do they react against a team like Georgia? How do they react against Kirby Smart's defense? What do they do when we have a little bit of adversity? Yeah. What happens? So I think that'll be important.
Key number one for me is get Jackson Moy back, because to be able to stop the run, and which is one of your number one points, you need a guy that can plug the middle. Yep. So him being able to play in this game would be big, which would allow Don Bailey to flirt inside a little bit, but also swing back out to strong side defensive end. Yep. Tyree Weathersby, same thing, get him back out there. And then, honestly, blitz, and more blitz, because a year ago you kind of sit back and let Carson Beck dictate to you. I think in your house, you've got to dictate, because you're right. If you bring pressure, you make plays early, makes things easier on Colton Hood and the DBs, and it also gets the crowd energized. When the crowd gets energized, that changes the whole dynamic.
And that's what I was going to say to these two guys. I've got about a minute and a half left. How big as a player is crowd?
Oh, gosh, the crowd is huge. I mean, I think when you play at home in Neyland Stadium and it's electric and it's a 3:30 game and you have all the marbles on the table, Swain, you and I played in a bunch of these games. Colton, it's going to be like it is going to be lit, right? And you make a play, it just turns different, right? So I think that's a big opportunity for us.
Well, you want to make those plays early, because you want to give the crowd a reason to be in.
Don't wait till late.
Yeah, exactly. Remember the run by Jalen Wright. I mean that run had the place going crazy. I mean, the lid blew off, and so you want to keep the crowd into it. Important to make plays early, whether it's on offense or defense.
30 seconds left. Now that you've got so many teams in the SEC and you've got a bunch of teams that make the playoff, are these games more or less important? I got 20 seconds.
Still uber important. You need quality wins. One, you can only have so many losses, and so you need quality wins, and this is a quality win.
A home win versus Georgia is huge.
All right. Tennessee and Georgia Saturday. It is a 3:30 game. Tennessee wins this one. What'd you say? Take the lid off the stadium? Is that right?
You wearing the blazer next week?
We weren't wearing sport coats this year.
Beat Georgia. We wearing the blazer.
If Tennessee beats Georgia, the orange blazer is coming out again. Thanks for making us a part of your night, your week, whenever it is you're watching us on all the digital platforms. The Food City Locker Room brought to you by Garza Law. We'll see you next week.
Release yourselves for the mighty immigrant song.